Okay, 8.2. I didn't write it out. This is the angle-angle similarity, which is going to be different than your congruency things, but it kind of has the same thing. We are not going to do a bunch of proofs with this. Don't worry about that. No one has time to do all that noise that you just did, where you have to do all three angles and all three side ratios always. So again, we have shortcuts, and so we have some theorems that basically state if you can just find two angles that are similar, or in similarity, the two angles have to be congruent to each other, so two sets of angles. That means the whole triangle is at least similar. Okay, so can congruent triangles be also similar? Yes. They're similar and equal. In this case, we're just looking for similarity. So go ahead on page 386 and write down your one theorem that we need for this section. This is not a very long chapter, in case you're not figuring this out. We get it done quickly. The next chapter is kind of difficult, and so we spend a lot more time on that one. And of course, this is with triangles. This wouldn't work with a pentagon. Okay, when you get that, see if you can answer this question. And I'll punch in.
Is that a 40 or a 90?
That's a good question. It's a 90. I guess I could have just put a little red box here, right? And that would have helped everybody out. And that is a 52, that is a 38. Part of the problem is that is standard definition and not HD. Unless you're watching the video, then it's HD. Yeah. Yeah, the triangle's ABC. I guess you can't see the C. ABC, DE. I just went around in a circle. And these lines are intentionally or not parallel, as opposed to sometimes where I want them to be and they weren't. What do we think? Similar or not similar? No. Okay. What do we think this angle is over here? Is it How about this angle? Is it? Okay, we're allowed to do that, aren't we? So it looks to me like angle C here is 90 degrees. Angle C here is 90 degrees, right? Because of the reflexive property, they both share this angle, don't they? So then that means I got one angle. And we're not doing proofs, but we do have to do that. Do I have another angle that matches?
Yeah.
Does angle D equal angle A?
Yeah.
That's two angles, so that's all I need, right? Because if I get two angles, that means the third angle automatically is. So yes, because I have two angles. Did I have to do a little bit of work? Did I have to find out these angles? I did, didn't I? But that's pretty easy because you just 90, 52, and 38 add up to 180, right? Okay, so that's basically what we're doing here. Okay, and there's not a lot of explanation in this whole section. There's a bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead and turn to page 389 and let's just look at some stuff. I'm not going to give you any more, we'll have some more work, but I'm not going to give you any homework on this. If this is, if this is the year I recorded it, which is 2021, we will finish it tomorrow. So let's look at this. Let's look at number 3 on 389. Determine whether the triangles are similar. If they are, write a similarity statement. Explain your reasoning. Okay. Well, what do we think? Are they similar? And probably, because the angles don't match right away, I probably want to just take this first triangle, and what is this other angle going to be? Is it going to be 42? 42 plus 48 plus 90 is going to equal 180, right? Okay, so I do think that they're similar. And now I need to write a similarity statement. And I'll label this just so I can show you how to do the statement. Because order does matter when you're doing a similarity statement. Order does matter. Just like when we did a congruency statement. Okay. So let's see here. I'm just going to start with easy parts. It really, however I start the first triangle and however I start the second triangle, probably if I do this, I'm going to do it in alphabetical. So I'm going to do F, G, H. I'm always going to start my first triangle alphabetical just because, let's see what the book does. Yeah, they did a good job on this one. So now I need to match it up. Which one's F going to go with? Okay. Which one's H, G going to go with? L. And that's it, right? I guess I forgot to put a little triangle here. Is that it? Okay, well, that's not too bad. Let's look at 7. 7, show the two right triangles are similar. Okay, we got to remember those things I said never go away. Okay, how many angles do I need?
2.
I just need 2? Okay. So this is what I need you to do. I say this is yes. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I think it, so let's see, what do I have that, I got these two angles. This is N and Z, right? So no, angle N is congruent to angle Z. I'll write that down. Are these angles equal? It's still that vertical angle junk, right? It never ever goes away. So then I could say like angle M, Y, N is congruent to angle what?
X, Y, Z.
Perfect. Okay, so that's all I need, right? So does it wants me to do it, it doesn't say this, but it wants me to do a statement like this. triangle MYN, which is not really alphabetical order, but I see what they're doing. You can do it alphabetical, and then that's going to equal X, Y, Z. Okay, does that make sense? So this is all I need to prove that. Okay? And honestly, the big part of this particular section is going to be 11 through 18. And I think that we'll probably, based on the time, we will do all this tomorrow, but we got the notes down, and so I'm just not going to worry about it. And so we're done. And so we'll begin this when we do it tomorrow.